Hey, hi, hello, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lux, and if you're new here, well, everyone is because I've uploaded like 3 videos ever, and that was years ago. Today we are going to be doing an Overwatch 2 VOD review on one of my own matches. If you enjoy this video, please hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and we'll post more of these. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so today we're going to be spectating 2 of my maybe 3. I saved 3. We'll spectate these 3 matches, and because one of them is really quick, we're gonna spectate these. These were quick play just because I played them yesterday, and that was the day after Milton. The day of Milton. So I got my power back, and of course I immediately loaded up Overwatch because I had been bored all day, and that's what I wanted to do. But I just wasn't trusting that the power grid was stable yet, so I did not want to load into comp just in case the power went out again. So we just did some unranked, but that's okay because I've been wanting to practice some Lifeweaver trickier kind of things to pull off, like some ult denies or just some trickier like maneuverability that's like not as easy to pull off, and I don't want to like try to throw a pedal under an ulting Reaper in comp and then that team wipes us because it did not work the way I wanted it to. So I don't think we really got any of those out of the quick play matches, but there are some other things that I kind of wanted to point out, both as a Lifeweaver player and then for things like if any DPS players happen to watch this, tanks, if anyone does happen to watch this, just some things that can help you get healed in those situations where you're like, what the hell? Why is my support not healing me? Why are they not saving me? There's some times that I know come up in these games that it's like, we're trying, but like, this is what you can do in those situations to help us help you. So this match was pretty good. There's just most of it is just positioning. You're going to see that a lot in this match. It's a lot of positioning. And this was my first match of the day, so my aim was off. You're going to see it. It's going to be terrible, terrible aim. I also think I need to do something with my sensitivity because I'm not really liking where it's at right now. It feels really choppy to me, and you'll see it throughout this entire match because I think it was just screwing me. I don't know if I need to turn it up or turn it down or what the problem is. I need to just like go into the training range and play with it, see what's comfortable. But I feel like in training range I don't really get a good visual of that, like of what it's gonna be like in a real game, because like the bots are all stationary. Okay, so this is where I was getting a little bit nervous about Bastion going in there, but he did really well at backing back out. So I let him go, but now he's in there again, and I'm like, no, I don't want you in there, I'm going to pull you. So that's where I go in there. But you see, okay. So we're gonna go back and watch that again because this is one of those things where it's not this is where I was dumb going in there after him, and this is why. So let's go back a little bit. Like right here, I'm playing cover, right? I'm good. I play cover, I'm good. The problem with me following the Bastion in there is that, and I'm really bad at this camera, I'm sorry, I am not Emong, I do not know how to like control this yet. I have cover back there where like their whole team, they've got their Orisa there, they've got everyone else pretty much up here in this high ground. I am hidden behind the payload right now. When I come up here to get that Bastion out of the room, I'm now in direct line of fire. I'm in danger because I went out of position to go pull that Bastion out of there when he should have never been in there in the first place. I get what he was trying to do. He wasn't thinking about that venture, and he was just trying to use this cover to get the Orisa. Like, I get the logic there, but that's where he kind of needed to pay attention to the fact that they have venture, and venture has a really good maneuverability. In fact, I hate playing Lifeweaver against a venture because she can get me even up on my pedal. They can get me even up on my pedal. So, I think that's kind of one of those things where it's just unlucky he went in there with the venture. And so if this was ranked, I probably wouldn't have done it. It was just quick playing again. I'm just trying to test my limits and see what I can pull off and what I can't. So I am going to go up here. And now look where I'm going to be. We got the soldier up there. Not a soldier. Yes, a soldier. It's the soldier up there, and then we got the Kiriko up here where you're going to see later in this match this Kiriko was a pain in my butt. Did not handle this Kiriko very well. But then there's also this Orisa standing right here ready to shoot me in the head, but, you know, hey. Alright, continue. Alright, so yeah. I'm hoping that Sig will keep the Orisa busy, but actually, no, that's not what happened at all. The Orisa went in there. So I thought it was a little bit safer because the Orisa was not out here anymore. Everyone was in this room, but I was also just trying to get in there, pull that Bastion out of there. I didn't pull him quite as far as I would have liked. I would have liked to get him out and around the corner, but that's really tricky to pull off because like I can't break line of sight. He was in that corner. I have to be here to pull him. Like if I would have just tried to grab him and then quickly turned back around this way, it would have broken it and he would have stayed in that room. So I kind of have to stay in a really bad position here. But this is, I mean, look, Soldier's got, I've got, my fingers are covered by this Sig shield, but Soldier can wreck me really quickly. I think it's just that the Sombra is back there distracting them maybe. So that actually saved me here. Alright, so I back out, I'm healing him. Let me get back into my point of view. Alright. I'm trying to do some damage just to, because we're just not doing enough. We're basically only 1 DPS right now with the Sombra. Like, you guys know me, I used to be a Sombra one trick. I love Sombra and I love that she's back there distracting them. But we're down to like 1 DPS. I noticed that my pedal broke and that Juno was using it, so I give her another one. I try to keep the pedals down for myself, but it's also like if my team needs to use it and I see them using it and it breaks on them, I'm going to put it right back where it was because clearly they were getting value out of it. Alright, so Bastion is a little low, but I thought I could go for this quick pick on the Mercy here just because nobody is paying attention to her and she's the reason we can't get any of the other ones down. Did not work. Bastion managed to survive it somehow, so it worked out anyway, and now I'm just playing cover again. I'm just peeking around these corners, trying not to let that Soldier just get a free kill on me. Alright, so I popped this first to compete with the Kitsune, but then I heard that Soldier popped Tac Visor, so I am using this as cover. Honestly, I should have put it back a little bit further to block off this entire corner because somebody technically could just come behind here and shoot me. I was reacting quick and I wasn't expecting Tac Visor. I was honestly just trying to compete with Kitsune. But if I had known about Tac Visor coming up a split second later, I would have put this right back flush against this wall so that I would be cornered in here nice and safe in my little corner. I could still heal everyone and they can deal with the problems, but that is not what happened here. Clearly, that's okay. It does end up working out for me, spoiler alert. But this is me just healing because nobody plays tree. That was me trying to pull Juno. Obviously, I did not want to pull my full health Bastion. I wanted to heal my crit support, but that's part of the pain with grip. That's another one that I'm playing with settings. I'm turning sensitivity up, turning it down to see what feels good, what makes me grab the right person the most amount of times. I haven't found the perfect setting yet. If you know it, feel free to drop that comment, but I've not discovered that yet. Alright. So now it's just keep everyone up. I know I'm solo healing, but it's a little bit easier right now while I have the tree. Tree is down, so now I really am just solo healing. And this is what I mean. Venture is a pain in my ass. So I went up here because Excavation can't hit me on Petal, and I was just watching health bars on Bastion and Sig to see if I needed to pull anyone. I honestly... Sometimes Petal gets stuck on things, and we're gonna see it in the other matches too. Petal gets stuck on things that it like, and I get it. I guess it's like the top that it's getting stuck on here. I guess, but I don't know. Sometimes Petal just gets stuck on things, so you have to be really careful about placing it like too close to walls and stuff. Like, I think we already saw it. The Orisa, maybe we didn't already see it. The Orisa tried to ult right here. We might not have seen it yet. We might have to do that after, so I'm not going to talk about her yet. But Petal did not take me up as high as I would like, but it took me high enough to evade the Venture ult, which is really the objective here with this pedal was just to not get my shit wrecked by that ult. And then I wanted to pull Bastion, but he got eliminated too fast, and then Venture just comes and wrecks my shit. So that's how that goes. Yeah, Orisa hasn't done her ult yet, so we'll see a big kind of oopsie here. Like, it would have been great, but... And this is, I think it's because I had been playing either Kiriko or Moira or something. I think it's Moira. I was playing a lot of Moira, so I was trying to shift out of spawn, but shift is my pedal, not my movement ability, so. Alright, so again, nobody's paying attention to that Mercy who's keeping everyone alive. So I tried to, but my aim is shit. And now I knew Orisa was gonna ult here. I knew it. So I tried to pull off this cool little stunt where you put Orisa up on that pedal and it cancels her ult. But it was very good placement here for her in that... Let's try to get there. Alright, so she is perfectly underneath this, so my pedal does not raise it high enough for me to cancel that ult fast enough. If she would have taken one more step out, if she would have been where that rock is, right there, pedal would have gone up high enough that I could have canceled her ult, but it wasn't able to because she had that. So that was actually a really good play by her. I don't think she knew I was going to cancel it because I hadn't done it to her yet. Like, pretty much once I do it to her once, she'll know that it's coming for the next ult. I hadn't done it to her yet this match, so like she didn't know at this point that that's what I was gonna do. But like now I've thrown my card. She knows I'm gonna do it to her, so she's probably gonna be more cautious with her ults in the future. What is going on with Sig and Sombra right here? Oh, they're just buddies. Okay, they're just buddies. He asked for no pickles, is what's going on there. Anyway, yeah. So that did not go as planned. I wanted to cancel that ult. We kind of threw everything at her to try to cancel that ult. It didn't work, and now I've lost pedal, which, with this problem right here, is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So, let's go back to this. Yeah, I'm getting absolutely fucking rolled because I used pedal to try to cancel the Orisa ult, and then Venture happened. Venture is the biggest counter I've come across playing Lifeweaver. Like, I am not scared of anything else, but a Venture will fuck me up. So that was on purpose because when I came out of spawn... Where's my mouse? When I came out of spawn, I saw that he was on crit, and I didn't know the situation that was going on out there. Alright, I was in spawn. I see that he's on crit. I don't know the situation. I don't know who's firing at him, if he's got shield, what's going on. All I know is both of his supports are coming back from spawn right now because Mercy's right next to me. So my immediate reaction is just throw pedal here so I can get line of sight and pull him. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if he's about to ult, because even if he's about to ult, he's about to get shot out of his ult, so it doesn't even matter. Does not matter to me. He's crit, I'm pulling him. So that was my thought process here, and ended up working out really well. And then one of the things that really struggles is when I do those, I'm getting down immediately because that soldier is just gonna helix rocket my head off if I stay up there. So I'm trying not to stay up there, but when I come back down, when I come back down and he's on that pedal, let me see if I can. So it was right before that.
Can't have it getting worse.
I can't see him now, so I can't heal him because I no longer have line of sight. So I need to work on that because I keep doing this where I put pedal on to pull someone out, leave them on pedal, and I get the fuck up out of there. But I need to stop doing that. I need to stay in body block for a second because like they're obviously on crit if I'm pulling them. I need to body block for them, take a hit or two to get that one heal burst off, and then we can both drop down and be safe. I'm just like, I don't want to be up here. This is dangerous. Put you up here. I'm out. But that is not what I need to do because I don't have line of sight, and it takes me a good couple of seconds where now my entire focus is on trying to find line of sight for him. So I'm moving around down here, I'm moving forward, I'm moving back, doing whatever I need to do to get line of sight on him. I am not paying attention to anything going on back here. So for me right now, dancing around trying to get line of sight on him, I am now just sitting duck for these guys to just shoot me in the head. So it's something that I need to work on. It's a bad habit of mine. I do it all the time. You're going to see it in all of my games that I throw pedal, I jump up on pedal, I jump right off of pedal. I don't sit on pedal long enough. Like, I need to learn that if there's not a sniper that's about to blow my dome off, I can sit on pedal for a second. Yeah, let's get back in there. Alright, so we're healing him. I think Mercy was also connected to him before I pulled him, so that helped in this situation. I don't honestly know how Mercy just got obliterated there. I was not expecting her to. I was not paying attention to her. That's just bad positioning on her part there. So now I'm just healing, trying to keep everyone alive. I see that venture coming. I'm going up on pedal immediately because fuck that. They've got Kitsune again. Alright, this spot right here. So I had pretty much decided that once Sombra was in there, I didn't life grip, did I? I guess I did. Who did I life grip? Alright. Oh, no, it's the venture thing. Or no, maybe I guess I tried to life grip. So maybe that's what happened. So Sombra is going in there. I'm gonna try to shoot heals at her, but I see this venture coming. So, and we'll watch it. We'll watch it through here. But the problem is, at this point, when Sombra, as soon as Sombra saw venture coming in here, I needed Sombra to come back this way. I know that's scary because she knows the rest of their team is right here, but she needs to know that the rest of their team is paying attention to our tank and our other DPS, so it is safe for her to go this way and come to me, come to Mercy. We're both out here. But Sombra is thinking, I have cover, I'm gonna stay in here. She goes right for this health pack, which is not gonna do as much healing as both me and Mercy could if we could pocket her. I'm sorry, this is awful. This is awful. She goes for this health pack, but now the problem is I have no line of sight. And again, the same room that it happened in earlier with Bastion. For me to get line of sight for her, I need to come here. I need to come here. Not even that, because she's tucked away in that corner. I need to physically come in this room now, and I'm wide open for these guys to shoot me now. And I did try to get her. I think that's what we're gonna see is I tried to pull her here, and then line of sight broke. So she goes over here and it breaks line of sight, so it doesn't let me pull her. So now I don't have pull. The big mistake here, and we're gonna see this, Mercy goes in after her with a venture full health in there. If venture was like 1, okay, that's one thing, but venture is full health. She's going in here, and then she's gonna immediately try to go for the res. She's not going to break out her pistol or anything. Like, with a full health venture, I'm all the way back here still. I'm still a good couple seconds. Like, Mercy's gonna get in there. I can't help. I'm too far away to help at this point. So that's one of those things where it's like, watch your positioning. Think about where you're going. I know you're scared. I know you're like freaking out because your health bar is on 20. What is that? Like, probably like 20. And you know that the team is right there. Your instinct is to go for the health pack, but please consider that both of your healers are right here. We could have saved Sombra in this and not lost anyone, but because Venture's in there, we're gonna lose all 3 of us. Spoilers, but so there we go. Okay, so I did manage to pull Mercy, but Mercy goes right back in. So that's what I think I was reaching for Sombra, but it grabbed Mercy, and Mercy goes right back in there with a Venture. Like, why? And she does get the res off, but like, awful. Just not a good decision there. Not something I would recommend doing at all. It's like one of those things that like I see a lot as like the support who's playing backline. I have the biggest field of view of the field, so of the map. So like I know what's going on and nobody else really does. But so I'm playing tree here just because we really need to get this payload moving, and I was hoping that it would encourage people to move a little bit. And then I'm like, these supports are just free reign up here. Let me try to fuck with them. This is my mistake because now Kiri is paying attention to me. Kiri had not been paying attention to me this whole match. Now she's paying attention to me, and you'll see this next like 45 seconds is awful. Like my aim was awful. And I know that if I could have just aimed, I would have been in a better position. But even so, Kiri's a little bit like she can 3-shot. It's gonna take me a little bit more than 3 shots to do anything. You see her waiting right there. I did not see this obviously when I was dead, but I come out and I see her there. Again, aim is awful. I also thought I was in the doorway, so I don't know. Did I? Oh, okay. I went back further than I thought. I thought I was popping in and out of this door to heal myself, but I wasn't. I was stuck in this corner, so got my shit rocked. That happens. Might have been better if I was on Moira. I would have had a better chance, or if I can just aim. If I could just aim, that would also be pretty cool. Like, my life would be great. I would have gotten a kill, but it is what it is. And we kind of missed it, but I was really cautious coming out of spawn because I wasn't sure if she was still there, but then I heard Kitsune and I was like, oh, okay, she is up with the team. Either she's up with the team or she just used Kitsune to solo me, and like, if that's what she wants to do in quick play, then go for it. And then I kind of lose the plot here because I was like, oh, there's a cave here. I never noticed this before. Where does it go? And then I realized that it goes around to the other side of the map. So I'm like, okay, let me go back to pay attention to my team. Mercy's positioning here. Again, she flew to the team, but that meant I couldn't pull her. And now I'm like, I don't want to go all the way around because that's really far. I'll be out of the... Okay, let me pause because this is going too fast. So, yeah, this was a series of events. So... Obviously, I first poked back in here because I was like, where does this go? And then I realized, oh, it goes to the cave that is on that side. And I was like, let me go heal my team. And then I see that Mercy is immediately on crit. And she flew this way. She flew towards where Kay is right now. And that meant the payload blocked line of sight, which means I can't save her. So that's another thing that's like just, that's really specific to if you have a Lifeweaver on your team, of course. Like, not everyone's gonna think about those things, but like if you have a Lifeweaver, try to think. I know it's hard when you're actively getting shot at and your health bar is on crit, but try to think about like the game in the sense of the game where you are positioned to your team. I know you have to also think about like where's the enemy, can they shoot me while I'm on crit, but it's like, where am I going? Do I have team to support me there? And I know she was going up there because our tank and our other DPS was up there, so she was thinking like, go behind my tank will save me. But in that sense, it's one that like if she honestly would have stayed right here where this Orisa is right now, that's where Mercy was before she Guardian Angeled over there. If she would have stayed right here, I know it's scary because she's on crit. I could have pulled her back here with me and she would have been fine. But she didn't, so now I'm solo healing, and I know that the Farah or the Venture, one of them was coming for me, so I retreated back into my little hidey hole. But I also know that I'm solo healing now because Mercy's down, so I still do need to pop back out to do some healing. And that's why when Farah came in here, I just went guns blazing and started shooting. I didn't realize she was only on one, or that Reaper was still chasing her, so that actually worked out really well. She dies, and I can come back out and heal my team through this. I did not get to save Sig there. And now Orisa's paying attention to me, which is good because it means that Sig and Sombra get to fight her. That petal, I know that petal looks like it was bad. I do this sometimes, and we're going to see in another match where it actually went wrong. But in this one, I was trying to use that petal as like kind of like a junk trap, where it's like if Orisa then followed me, I went this way. If Orisa then followed me, she'd step on the petal and be raised up, and that just buys me a couple of seconds where she's confused, her aim is thrown off. It buys me a couple seconds, and that's really all I need there. So sometimes I'll do that. That's why you see me throw the petal and immediately get off of it. I didn't want to climb there, especially because like I knew in this cave I really didn't have any headroom. that was just purely so that if she stepped on it, she would get confused and I would have 1 more second of survival. Which is really all I needed because Mercy's back. Alright, so I heard steps back there, so I was just like making sure nobody's gonna come through that window and fuck with us. Alright, now I'm gonna throw some damage down because nobody really needs healing, so I'm just wasting my time doing this. So just kind of spamming some heals. Sombra's got EMP going. Now we've popped another ult. I'm gonna come in, try to help out with some damage while we've got those 2 ults going. Excavation's going, so I'm looking for crit health bars right now to see if there's anyone I need to pull out of that, because I know that that thing fucks me up, so if I can pull anyone else out of it, I'm going to. It didn't end up having any value, so I didn't need to pull anyone, which is good because that means I still have pull. Now, Arisa's paying attention to me a lot, which is honestly her job, pay attention to me. But it's a little bit frustrating. I dropped tree because it's just hell going on in here. And then I'm just trying to get that Arisa down. Again, would be easier if we would focus these supports, so that's what I do. I go to focus the support, but I notice the Venture's after me, so I'm going in the sky. As soon as I notice the Venture's on me, I'm going in the sky. Yeah. Healing Mom here. Gotta make sure Mom's safe. I wasn't sure if Venture was still over there, so I just like panic sprayed. Didn't work. I kept hearing footsteps over here, and like I see in this replay, I see that it's the Mercies, but I thought it was someone like trying to flank or something. I was going schizo for a second. It was kind of bad. I was Sigma for a second there. Now everyone's pushed up super hard, and I am being the payload princess. This happens a lot, especially as Lifeweaver, but I have enough range that I can usually do something about it depending on the map. I just don't like when we push up that far because once you lose it, you lose it. Like, it's so bad. I thought she was gonna ult, so I put that pedal down, and you'll watch the comic series of events that happens as a result of that. Sombra, I can't pull her because the payload was blocking point of view. Mercy went for a really risky res. Okay, and that's where I tried to do I tried to screw her ult over again with the pedal, but the payload. Alright, so this was just not my game for canceling Arisa ults. So the corner of the payload caught my pedal. Like if I would have been 1 inch to the left, I would have been able to throw that pedal underneath her, lift her up, and save my team. But because it bounced off the payload, it went this way. Now I didn't cancel that ult, but more importantly, now I don't have pedal. So when this goddamn Venture shows up behind me, I can't get away from her. So screwed up pedal. Now I don't have pedal. So now I don't have anything to save me against excavation. She didn't even kill me with they didn't even kill me with excavation. They just killed me. All right, reset.
This ends now.
Just keep everyone alive where I can. And this is what I mean, where Venture can come up there. Like, even though I'm in the sky, Venture can come get me. So, like, I really just don't like playing against Venture. They are not easy. As Lifeweaver, I can play against Venture as, like, other supports, but as Lifeweaver, Venture is my kryptonite. And then Mercy res me, so I'm alive. Now I gotta keep everyone up. Reaper's gonna ult, so even though Sig is crit here... Honestly, I think I was trying to heal Sig, but it was still just locking onto Reaper for some reason. Whatever, I'm not gonna complain because I would rather keep Reaper up during his ult. But now I'll focus on Sig a little bit. I was really scared for Mercy. I was trying to pull her, but as you saw, the pillar blocked line of sight, so I could not pull her. And then she was good enough health after that I didn't need to pull her. Drop tree again. I tried to desperately get to tree because I knew I was in trouble, but that javelin just screwed me up. And then here's Sigma leaving tree. That would have saved his life. I mean, not for long, especially with excavation there, but that tree would have saved Sigma. And for a split second longer. It's just people leave tree a lot. Alright, that video was actually a lot longer than I thought. I thought I was going to have enough time to do all 3 in one video, but that was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So I'm not going to do all 3. That's just going to be this one video, and then I'll upload the other 2 as separate replays, spectators. But yeah, that was pretty much some Lifeweaver gameplay. I mean, it's quick play, it's nothing special. But that's kind of like my thought process as a Lifeweaver player, and I hope that helps either other Lifeweaver players see some options for how to play him, or it helps DPS and tank kind of see, like, understand the thought process of a Lifeweaver player and why you died in a certain situation and we didn't save you, or why we pulled you in that certain situation. Like, that's just the thought process there. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.